And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Before we do get into today's video, as always, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. So there's a lot to go through in today's video with regards to transfers, as we've agreed our first deal of the summer transfer window in regards with a departure, so we'll discuss all of that. It's one that I'm pretty happy with, to be fair. I think a lot of Celtic fans will be. It's nearly a done deal. We'll go over that in just a moment. But there's two stories I want to cover first before I get into the main one. So this one I thought was quite interesting. I thought I'd just throw it into the video. So Nick Montgomery, who recently departed Hibernian, is set to join Postecoglou's backroom staff at Spurs. Montgomery's tenure at Hibs was cut short last month after the club failed to secure a top 6 finish in the Scottish Premiership, winning their only 12 of their 37 matches. Montgomery is 42 years old, boasts a notable playing career with 398 appearances for Sheffield United from 2000 to 2012. He transitioned into management, achieving significant success with Australia's Central Coast Mariners by leading them to an A-League title in 2023. He was found wanting a Hibernian where he could never get things right, or to a place where the Edinburgh club was consistent. And Ange has now handed him a major role in his setup. Spurs' coaching setup has been some changes this summer, particularly with the departure of senior assistant coach and former Celtic assistant Chris Davies, who recently took over as Birmingham City manager. Joining him is Sergio Raimondo, his assistant coach from both Central Coast Mariners and Hibs, ensuring a seamless integration into Postecoglou's team. I just thought it was quite interesting. Montgomery's gone to Spurs to work with Ange. Obviously not had a great time at Hibs this season, as we just mentioned, winning 12 of 37 games. Not ideal for him whatsoever. And it's cool to see Ange maybe kind of keeping the Scottish football contingent there a little bit, as well as the history of Australian football as well. He's very close with certain people in the footballing world. He likes to bring them to his club, which I thought was quite interesting. So best of luck to Montgomery, and of course best of luck to Ange Postecoglou for next season. I've been really enjoying his insights as well in the Euros, especially yesterday. He's obviously very knowledgeable, as you all know, but it's cool to see him in a pundit kind of way, and watching him talk about England yesterday against Slovenia, which was an absolute bore fest. But yeah, best of luck to them both. So let's get into some actual Celtic news here, because we spoke yesterday about Dominic Liovic and a deal worth around £7.6 million being agreed between Fenerbahce and Celtic. Now, if you watched the video to completion yesterday, I mentioned that this article that was basically publicising the story aren't the most accurate, and sometimes they can create false stories. I did mention that yesterday. I said it could be a 50-50 that this is true or it's not. It turns out it's not true whatsoever. So I'll read out this thing here for you. So Dominic Liovic won't join Celtic. Not a single word was exchanged between Dominic, his team and Fenerbahce. On that matter, rumours from Turkey and Scotland were completely false. Everything was confirmed by his public relations agent, Stipo Liovic. So yeah, disappointing to see that it's obviously false. We mentioned that it could be, because obviously that same article published a story years ago that we signed Ryan Kent for £5 million, which of course never happened. So I'm not too surprised that it's false. Obviously a little bit of a blow that it's false. It could have been a good addition for us. Not to say it won't ever happen, but it's just to say right now there's no talks underway between the two clubs and the player in Celtic, which is a shame. I really think we should start getting the wheels in motion now with regards to a new goalkeeper. As I mentioned yesterday, I don't want us to go into pre-season with Scott Bain in net, realise he's dogged off, and then basically have to go sign a third-choice goalkeeper from the Championship on loan until the end of the season as a panic buy, because that kind of seems like what could happen if we don't buck up our ideas and get a good goalkeeper in through the door. And I think Liovic could have been one of those good goalkeeping options for us, for sure. He's not my first choice, but I think he's a good option, and £7.6 million, we should spend quite big on a goalkeeper to make sure we get a good replacement for Joe Hart for sure, but it's a shame that one is false. So, some news that actually is true and will happen, just wait to be confirmed properly in the next few days, is that Celtic have reached an agreement with Swedish champions Malmo for the sale of Hagmanovic. The deal is expected to be confirmed in the near future. At this time, the fee is unknown. Very happy with this one. I think a lot of Celtic fans are online, that what I've been seeing. I think Hagmanovic has kind of burnt his bridges with Celtic, had a poor loan stint at Stoke last season. They didn't want to sign him on a permanent transfer this year, obviously due to how poor he was, and now he's going to Malmo in Sweden to play his football. So we will update you with regards to his transfer fee soon. There's no noise about how much it could be right now. I don't suspect it'll be a lot of money for Hagmanovic. Had a poor few seasons. As I mentioned, burnt his bridges with the Celtic fan base. I think a lot of Celtic fans are happy to see the back of him, really. It was a shame. He come with a lot of promise at the time, but obviously it never really worked out for him. Massive ego, and didn't really back up with his performances on most occasions, to be fair. So yeah, a bit of a shame it never worked out with him. But what can you do? It looks like he'll be going to Malmo in Sweden for sure. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I think I've covered everything I need to cover. So of course the Adam Montgomery going to Spurs with Ange Postecoglou. I think that's quite a cool addition for his backroom staff at Spurs. I'll be looking out for their results next season for sure. I know he left the club. I still like to see him do well. I mean, he's such a likeable character, isn't he? I mean, as I mentioned, watching him on the punditry team in Euros, really enjoying his analysis of the games. Very, very knowledgeable person. And of course, with regards to the Liovic signing, Livakovic, I think his name's Livakovic, from Fenerbahce, that deal will not happen as things stand right now. It was all false rumours, all false speculation, as I kind of hinted it could be yesterday with regards to that. It's a shame. I mean, as I mentioned, we do need a goalkeeper as soon as possible, ideally before pre-season starts, to get embedded into the team. We don't want to rely on Bain and Sigles, who's probably going to leave as well. So it's a frustrating one for sure. But let me know who your ideal replacement for Joe Hart is. I haven't really got a standout one. I mean, the two that I really wanted are probably too unrealistic. I mean, Kelleher and Lunin from Real Madrid, that definitely won't happen now. But Kelleher could be a really good option for sure, but I don't think we'll pay the amount of money they want for him, which is around £20 million for a goalkeeper, but he could be the best probably option for us going forward. And of course, let me know your thoughts with regards to Hagmanovic and his Celtic career as a whole. Now it looks like he will leave the club permanently to go to Malmo in Sweden. It's not a done deal yet. I think there's an agreement in place between the two parties. It's just about getting all the minor details sorted out before they can done deal with the signing. But we are close to our first sale of the transfer window, which is quite exciting. So hopefully we get some more incomings coming in soon and a bit more exciting news with regards to transfers soon. But as always, I want to know your thoughts, and make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. We are getting closer to 8,000 subscribers as well, which is greatly appreciated. I think we're nearly at 7,500, which looks quite cool. So if we can get to 8,000 in the next month or so, that would be really, really appreciated. And yeah, drop a like, subscribe, and take care. Goodbye.